So I had a tough call with Mark this week. We were supposed to spend Sunday afternoon working on his variable income, like a plan. But I just want to share what I can help with and work out what worked for me. But he told me he just couldn't do it. He was like, Zulf, I sat on my desk for 4 hours and did nothing but stare at the wall. I feel a bit lazy. He was like, I've always been like this. I've had ADHD and I'm not out doing things. I'll just rot. Maybe I'm just not built for business. In this episode, we address a specific pain point from my conversation and my journey here. The feeling of being broken because you can't fit into the standard 9 to 5 box. We're talking about the neurodivergent engine. Mark, I need you to stop there. I was like, you know what? You aren't lazy and you aren't broken. You're just trying to run a Ferrari engine on a bicycle track. Today, we're going to talk about why your ADHD isn't a disability in the world of self-employment, but you know what? It's actually your unfair advantage. We just need to find out what you're really good at, because at the same time, you've got a hidden talent, like a superpower. So I remember a guy, and this is where I worked for years ago. We're talking years ago. Let's call him Sam. Sam was brilliant, but he was a nightmare of hours for the manager. He couldn't sit still. He'd be up and getting water 10 times a minute. Imagine hyperactive. Or he'd be staring out the window. The manager used to pull him up and into the office to tell him, you know what, you need to focus, mate. What are you doing? And be more like the others, what's going on here? But one day I saw Sam in the zone. When it's something they're good at, when I say they, but I'll say something he's good at, there was a massive technical crisis. The kind that makes or breaks a person. Everyone else was panicking and kind of froze, didn't know what to do. Sam didn't freeze. He went into what I thought was a hyper-focused state. He didn't eat, he didn't move, and he solved 3 problems in 4 hours. The next day, he was back to staring at the wall. I can see it happening again. The company eventually let him go because he wasn't consistent. They fired their best firefighter because he didn't like sitting in the fire station. That was a sad time. Even when I think of it now, it makes me feel you know what? If they saw the opportunity, put the right person in the right job, and the remainder of the time, they may not shine, but the moment you need them, they fully delivered. There's energy management versus time management. And in my 18 years of working for myself over the years, I'm realizing that the 9 to 5 was designed for consistent people who like to give 60% effort for 8 hours straight. But for the guys that want to give it 100%, we are often sprint people. We like to hit it hard and get it done. If you have ADHD, or similar kind of thing, the rotting at home feeling comes from being under-simulated when you work for yourself. You can build a mobile business. You don't have to sit in a cubicle. You don't have to waste your time. You can work from a park, a coffee shop, a van. It could be mobile, depending on what you're doing. You want to make this work for you. You can use your high energy days to do 40 hours of work in 2 days and then give yourself permission to rot, because you need time to reevaluate and recharge. On Thursdays, your brain needs to recharge. Self-employment allows you to manage your energy, not just your time. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whack it out. Thursday, Friday, prepare yourself. Is there any proof about this? I was trying to find something so I can back it up because I like to have a bit of data behind it. So the entrepreneurial mind, the brain, let's look at the proof and evidence. Research consistently shows a massive overlap between ADHD traits and successful entrepreneurship. Like a study published in the Journal of Business Venturing found that people with ADHD traits are often more successful in startups because of their higher risk tolerance and proactive personality. So that Journal of Business Venturing ADHD, I was looking at some data there. But ADHD UK highlights that many neurodivergent individuals thrive in self-employment because it removes the social masking, like the rigid structures that cause burnout in the 9 to 5. Mark, you aren't failing at work. You're not falling, you're not failing. But you're failing at being a standard employee. There's a difference. They see you as failing as an employee, but can we use that to our advantage? Trying to structure the ADHD engine. So if we think of ourselves as having an engine, Mark, here is how you turn it and make your busy brain into a business. So let's do our classic 3 points. So let's say a mobile office. If you feel like you're rotting, change your environment. I work in 5 different environments depending on my mood. I have a standing desk. I have this setup. I've got a separate setup in front of a lounging like sofa. I've got a dark room. Just so you can focus and get done what you need to get done. Take the laptop into a library, noisy cafe. External stimulation often like helps with ADHD because you can see people around you really busy doing stuff and you can focus down on your internal tasks and your solid work. We need to readapt. We can't be lazy. We need to reevaluate how we do things, but you need to bank the hyper focus. When you feel that spark of energy, don't stop. Work until the tank is empty. Fully drain yourself. Use those hours to build your freedom fund. Keep a list of tasks you want to do, and when you're in the zone, get through those tasks. If you've got tasks you want to do and you know you need to do, you won't have time to think, oh, what should I do next? You know these 5 things need to be done. Just work through them. And always have a big one in that list, which will churn you out and get your brain really working. Try and automate the stuff that's like boring. So ADHD brains hate admin-y type stuff. Use tools like I did a 5 tool basic, like your drafts, your emails, use spreadsheets, maybe QuickBooks for taxes, depending on what you're doing. If it's boring, see which bits of it you don't like and focus your battery on the important stuff and think about admin differently. We can cover that some other time. But I told Mark about Sam that I was talking about and the firefighter situation. I told him, stop trying to be consistently burning. Stop trying to be like a consistent candle and start being a lightning bolt. Sometimes when your heart's, they give you the to bring you back to life. Be that. Don't be like a slow energy. 2 days later, Mark messaged me. He'd gone to the local park with his tablet and 3 hours of hyper focus. He designed his first service offering and sent it to 3 potential clients. He was like, Zulf, I did more in those 3 hours than I did for the last 3 weeks at the office. He's not lazy. You're not lazy. He just needed a bigger track of his engine. You'd be surprised how much time we can waste through life. But when you've got a specific task in mind and you get it done, you're going to feel amazing. Your brain isn't a bug. Everybody has their own little things. It's a feature. If you've been told you're too much, they can't handle you, or you're not enough, you're probably just in the wrong place and they don't admire you. That's when working for yourself works out nicely. I've put some of these articles that I looked at in the show notes, zulftalks.com/S19. You'll drop onto like a big page of every single episode show notes. It's easy to access them. Go there, have a look and see if any of this can help you. Why your busy brain is actually your ticket to take it out of square one. In this episode, we're talking about the invisible pay cut next time. So inflation and utilities, I think. Because what's happening is it's eating into your salary, and how to inflation-proof your life. That'll be the next episode. So stay tuned for that. I'm Zulf. This is a self-employed survival season 19. Go be your own boss, mate. Working for yourself is amazing. I'll see you in the next one. What's one question you're stuck on right now? Contact me on zulftalks.com. You can drop me a message on Insta or email me there. If you want, you could even put your answer below this episode in the comment section. I read through every single one and it helps me shape the shows. So it'll be good to hear from you. It would be really good if you can leave a review wherever you're listening to this. The show resources are available at zulftalks.com. You can also sign up to the mailing list there, which will allow you to get information to help you on your journey working for yourself.
Working for yourself, I know you love it. Working for yourself, 'cause I love it too. Working for yourself, Zulf talks about it, making it easy for you. Working for yourself, go be your own boss. Working for yourself, Zulf will help you along. Working for yourself, powered by trusted creators. Zulftalks.com.